What's going on, guys? It's Chad. Welcome back to some more Modern Warfare. By the way, thanks for all the people that subscribed yesterday and all the comments and stuff. By the way, if you're new here, subscribe. I upload basically every single day. I've been giving myself a break recently, but I'm still top 470 on the planet for total kills, over 200,000 total kills just by unlocking all these camos and yeah, everybody cares. So speaking of completion here, I actually have only one more officer challenge to complete here. I had maybe 5 to 10 challenges left or something like that, maybe even more, I'm not entirely sure. I finished all of them and then I got this one here. In Warzone, start contracts in the stadium area 10 times. So all I gotta do is just basically play one match of Warzone, drop stadium, pick up any contract, and boom, we basically have the emblem. Super simple, super easy. The plan originally was to have it have 2 of them and then I could play 2 Warzone matches, but I kind of got carried away last night because I forgot that I was trying to save it, and then there was a guy that I ran into that ended up killing me in the stadium, and I had a personal vendetta. It's a long story. So that guy probably has no idea what kind of storyline he was part of, but so we can do the solos. My thing is, would you rather watch somebody play the Zombie Royale or solos? Let me know. I mean, I'll do either one. I don't really care. In solos, it's going to be a little bit easier to go and get that contract, so this should be super simple. Straight up drop in, grab it, and then just dip. I still don't have the AS Val Obsidian. That's the next plan here. Still don't have that Pumpkin Punisher one from the Halloween event either. I really don't feel like trying to drop Superstore and Damn repeatedly, but I got almost half of them. I actually really like the design on this Pumpkin Punisher one and really hope that they come out with some kind of cool Halloween sniper rifle. Oh yeah, I've also forgot to mention it, but I was actually on TV during that UFC. During UFC 254, the Khabib and Justin Gaethje card, I decided to just tweet, very rarely. I never tweet. I literally only ever tweet out my videos and just leave it at that. Sometimes I'll do some replies for things that aren't really, mostly they're all good news and shit like that. I don't know if this guy's name is FaZe backwards, but GG, man. All right, stadium. There's one contract in stadium and it's a scav. We're also gonna be kind of passing it pretty well too, so there might be more than one person here. But if we can at least get the drop, then I don't really care if I die. It's all about just doing this stupid completion stuff. Now, for someone that really wants to complete all the completionist stuff, I am not completing the completionist emblems and calling cards for every single weapon in the game. As far as I'm concerned, I mean, I did do the completionist things. It's just they didn't count them retroactively. So I know other people out there that earned it legit. I'm not taking anything away from them. Just for me, I already know within myself, within my own soul, that I did it. Somebody's here. I grabbed it though.
Oh, you're a bitch.
Hey, at least I got the contract, so I don't really have to worry about anything else. Don't care anymore. And there was 3 or 4 people that landed there, but I got the contract. On UFC 254, I decided to tweet out just, yeah! Yeah, just like that. That's kind of just the energy that I always have. I was very, very excited for this whole thing to just start. Good luck out there, soldier. I'm sure you're a high-level player. No sarcasm. I guarantee this guy's better than me. That's what the Gulag proves. They ended up showing all of the, I guess, bigger tweets and stuff from, verified users or things that just get a bunch of likes or retweets or whatever it may be that are just interacting with hashtag UFC 254. And when I tweeted just, yeah, it actually ended up on screen during the pay-per-view. So it was during the Kutalaba fight. And then a massive knockout happened a few minutes later. I had so many people tweet at me dude, you're on TV, holy shit. Did I get bit by a mosquito or some shit? It was 40 degrees yesterday. How? Walking around in this area and train station kind of reminds me of whenever I tried to watch people play Tarkov. Everything was just absurdly dark. People were just crawling around in corners and shit. Stressed me out. Looks like 2 different people are trying to get a blueprint or something. Dude, the people that end up actually doing the recons in the dark mode have some balls. You ever see yourself years ago and you're just thinking what the fuck was I thinking? That makes sense, right? The things that I was doing with my hair, man, it's not even so much that oh, he killed the reverse phase guy that I ran over earlier. Back when I straightened my hair a ton, especially in middle school, high school type of shit, I wanted long, straightish hair. Basically anything that all the cool metalheads are sitting there windmilling and shit like that. I wanted that kind of hair as opposed to my curly hair. But at that time, I didn't really know exactly what kind of products to use in my curly hair either. And whenever people were oh, you just gotta give it moisture, and oh, you gotta use conditioner, and you gotta do this and do all this other stuff, I'm dude, my hair's just gonna end up looking greasy, and I hate that. So I still always prefer just straighter hair for me, personally. That's just what I want. But shit that I was doing to my poor hair, I would sit there and wake up in the morning, straighten it for hours, no protection, no heat protectant, no product. Straight up straighten this shit, and then just put a hat on it and hope that it would just stay down and in the shape that I would want it to be. That's it. This hair basically already goes down past my nose. Yeah. If I straighten this right now, having people sit there and tweet at me like, hey man, why'd you go and get a perm? It's like, no, I actually put product in my hair now. Ain't no fucking perm. I'm done with that shit. I did relaxers over perms. I was trying to get rid of curls, not gain. Well, it turns out the God tier player that smoked us in the gulag got killed by, I guess, a whole different beast out here in KP to GOAT. Hey man, you got a little bit of stick drift. Might want to mess with your dead zone a little bit. Didn't always really have the choice to use a dead zone to kind of help with these broken stick situations and like stick drift kind of things. This guy's stick just definitely starts drifting to the left a bit. This is the type of shit right here where I'm panicking. I have a feeling that somebody out in the middle of wherever, it doesn't even matter, from that direction, from the direction behind him, from literally all the way from the center of the circle on a taller building, you can be seen right now. My anxiety is through the roof. You know, high alert and shit? You see like the little yellow, I would feel like right now it's straight up just a yellow box. You're being looked at by like 8 people right now. I swear you are. It's highly paranoid. But it's mostly just as like a preemptive thing to kind of just be ready. But it's like overly ready, where it's just exhausting just existing. I know that this guy shouldn't have a reason to actually panic the same exact way I would, you know, back up there. But at the same time, if I stood my dumb ass up there and was like, there ain't nobody gonna shoot me, and then they do shoot me, I would just be very upset. I actually have to go and work on the AS Val now. I gotta get the obsidian one. And now we got our emblem. Go over to our barracks here. Boom. Season 6, 10 emblem. I mean, I'm not really a big fan of this one. I don't randomize my emblem, but I started randomizing my calling card. I listed a bunch of favorites that are just like cool and edgy or whatever, the ones that I like, and then I just put it on randomized favorites. Yeah, so now we got our emblem. The officer challenges are done here. So I mean, there's that rumor that like there's only gonna be 6 seasons or 5 seasons before that or whatever. I mean, I just don't see that. They absolutely, I mean, the rank resets in 28 days. I assume once the Halloween event is over, they're also probably preparing a whole bunch of stuff as well. I mean, there's probably gonna be some content coming. So I really can't fall behind on this. I've really got to get this AS Val done. I hated getting obsidian ARs. Strelic, Ranger foregrip, 30 round mag, stippled, and sleight of hand, I guess. Only had 75 out of 200. I don't wanna. Voice critical. Critical. I ended up seeing people tweet at me, and I noticed as a veteran owner and practitioner of the Moby Huge, I've had this thing for over 4 to 5 years, okay? And it's been there with a unicorn head on for probably well over a year now. This shit has become a part of my home. It's a separate entity. Now, I saw that you guys were doing the Olympics and stuff with it. All I'm gonna say is, I'm sure that you guys have had the idea of getting 2 of them at some point. Number 1, I would like to see how you would be able to dual wield them. I may be able to give you some pointers on how to wield such a weapon. God, I sat her down, chilling. That's how I would sit in school. I didn't even sit at my desk. I laid in my desk. One of the worst things was trying to get the kills by running players over. In Ground War, there are people that literally only play the game in vehicles. They just sit there and stay dead until a vehicle spawns and then just spam spawn into it. The only way that you could get a vehicle is if you did the exact same thing as them, and that's all they do. These guys are professionals. Given though, honestly, watching somebody actually try to pick that thing up, people are not exaggerating. That thing is ridiculous. Here. Please don't yell at my video because of this. Get a deep squat. It's the nuts. There it is. I don't actually truly have an offer for him. I'm not gonna go out of my way to travel anywhere. I ain't sending shit anywhere or anything like that. But I would like to extend my hand out to another fine gentleman that is now in the possession of a Moby Huge like myself. I respect that. It's very hard to explain when people come over, is all I'm gonna say. You might be able to hide all the dildos around your house. This is a different story.